Hey everybody, it's Norma J. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am the Cannabis Queen and I so much appreciate you joining us today. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. It's been a beautiful day. We got our church in, we got our worship on. So now it's time to get our study on, right? So today we're going to be talking about a few things. I have a little commentary at the beginning and then we're going to look at a few cannabis plays that we want to study up for the week, right? Okay. Well, first of all, don't forget, grab your pen and paper, get you an adult beverage or something very smooth and soothing to drink, and come on back here and let's get started. On to the reason why you guys come to the family meeting on Sundays. All right, so I'm reading this article, and thank you so much to the family members that dropped down a couple of different stock picks for us to investigate. I'm still checking out the HELO. I think APHA was another one that was dropped in the comments last week. So you guys don't forget to check the comments sometimes, because some of the family members do leave information down there just in case you guys are looking at the same thing. If you have a question or if you're thinking about a certain stock, then maybe some other family members besides myself have some more information that I don't have, and they can help you with that information. So one of the comments asked if I would do a demonstration on how to go in and buy a stock, just buy or sell a stock. And I'm working on that. I'm trying to figure out how to do that because I don't know how to shoot a video yet and do it from the computer. So I'm still working on that. Don't give up on me. I'm coming. All right. But for today, we have our Sunday study session. You guys are going to be really surprised about this article. And this is something that was just recently published. I got it in my email from the Energy and Resource Digest. Sometimes I get subscriptions on things, and when they have things about, pot stocks, I pay attention. Some of the information on here, I'm not quite sure I want to endorse. I'm reading it to you, right? This is why we study. This is why you have your pen and paper with your adult beverage so that you can study what we're looking at before the week gets started, right? Okay. So this article is the 6 stocks for super high profits. All right. I don't know about that. We gonna see. All right. So it says the marijuana industry is in its early stages. We know that, right? And we are here because we know that we are at the beginning of a catalyst event. Something is going to take off. We are already aware of that. Pot stocks will continue to zig and zag, but they are headed only one way over the long run, and that's up. Yay! So that's inspiration right there, right? We are in the right place at the right time. Remarks from the Trump administration will continue to shake prices in the short run, but the marijuana industry growth is unstoppable, right? We are so here for that. All right, what are the 6 stocks? Let's just scroll on down and see if we can get to the gist of the matter here. America's marijuana market jumped to about $10 billion in 2017. It's only going to get better from there. And that represents over 25% growth from the 2016 market. So 25% growth in 1 year is outstanding, y'all. Like, we are so in it, right? We are headed in the right direction. That kind of progression is extraordinary. Yes, it is. Now, let's get to the part with the dirt. All right, tax windfall for Colorado. Yeah. So here's our 6 top pot stocks for 2019. Okay, so first on the list is AB or AV, right? ABBV, ticker symbol A. B as in boy, B as in boy, V as in Victor. Apple, boy, Victor. All right, it says this is the largest of our top 6 picks. AV is a diversified biotech company that sells hundreds of products around the world of cannabis, right? So those of us who are nurses, we know about Marinol. Marinol is FDA approved and treats nausea in chemotherapy patients. It's also used for patients for loss of appetite. All right, so Marinol's been around for a long time, and AV is just one of those companies that's going to start to broaden its horizon. Now that we have all these different states ready to embrace the cannabis movement, Marinol is just one of those, or AV, I'm sorry, the company that produces Marinol is really starting to show some growth in the market. And so we want to pay attention to ABBV. I got some flack about Scott's Miracle-Gro last time I talked about it, but it is on this list. I believe in Scott's Miracle-Gro because the plant has to be grown in something. I told you guys before, me and my partner Casey, we have traveled all over the place. We've been to Colorado, Oregon, Vegas, California. I mean, we have been on so many different farms, and we know the importance of growing the plant the right way. We also know that, you know, we've learned so much that the female plants is the way. You get a strong female, she's going to produce a lot of cannabis and a lot of good cannabis if the plant is grown the right way. I'm not sure how much Scott's Miracle Grow is involved in any of that process. I know that they're very, very particular about how they grow the plant. But I only see Scott's Miracle Grow getting bigger, getting better, because not only is the cannabis industry going to grow in general, but individually people are going to be able to grow cannabis at home. And so because of that, this particular stock or company could potentially be very, very, very good for your portfolio. So keep that in mind. I don't know all the ins and outs, how it's going to perform over time. I just know that Scott's Miracle Grow should be on your list, okay? Investigate Scott's Miracle Grow. All right, next is GW Pharmaceuticals. Everybody knows I love GW Pharmaceuticals. It's been in my portfolio for a while now. I believe wholeheartedly that, you know, you should have something hefty in your portfolio, right? Not just penny stocks, not just sub penny stocks, not just your lottery picks. You know, I am not going to shun your hopes that, you know, you got 5 million in the 0.0002 stock. Like, I hope one day that it's 20 cents, because you know what, life has changed for you if it is. So I am not going to say anything negative about that. Y'all just hold on, you know, keep hope alive. But you should definitely have GW Pharmaceuticals as something in your portfolio. Like, don't just have a lot of penny stocks. You know, stretch yourself a little bit and definitely check out GW Pharmaceuticals. And once again, my hair is doing its own thing during the video and process. Sorry, y'all. Trying to just keep things together. All right. GW Pharmaceuticals develops cannabis prescription medicines already. Like, The company operates through 3 segments: commercial, Sativex research and development, and pipeline research and development. So those are 3 big industries that the company is already involved in. One of GW's major drugs is Epidiolex, right? It's an oral medicine that treats refractory childhood epilepsy. Another treatment GW provides is cancer pain relief. That's major. GW is constantly researching and developing new cannabis-related drugs. As pot is decriminalized over the board, GW will have an easier time approving its drugs. Right. This will push new revenue to shareholders. That's what we want to be, right? Keep GW Pharmaceuticals at the top of your list. Research it. Wait for opportunities to get in on a good buy. You know, watch your charts. See, you know, if you see a good little pullback or drop, that's your entry point, right? All right. So next on the list is Cara Therapeutics, right? We always talk about Cara. I get some flack about Cara too. I get some flack about several things that I mentioned. But when you get paid off of it, then hey, that's all I care about. All right. So Cara Therapeutics is a biotech company focused on pain relief. So there's a lot of different things focusing on pain relief. We're trying to get people off pharmaceutical medications. All right. So here's my little tidbit on that. I really hope that cannabis takes off, because we've got an opioid crisis, and we know that, but we have so many different other crises going on. People just need to get off of these medications, right? There's just too much medication, too much, right? So Cara Therapeutics is, you know, just the mere fact that they're trying to hone in on pain relief. Hopefully they can come up with something that's local that you can rub on, you know, some things that we can use topically instead of you ingesting medications that can, you know, destroy your kidneys. So kudos to GW Pharmaceuticals and Cara and all these different companies out there that is really trying to get people off of oral medication. All right, the business is bent on pinpointing certain effects that cannabis has on our brains. This allows it to develop pain relief drugs. Cara is a small company. It's valued at around $500 million, and it's way out from turning a profit. Still, the profit potential is huge, right? And that's some great honesty. This particular article is saying they're not there yet, right? They haven't, you know, they haven't hit the ball out the park yet, but there's some great potential there. And so that's a good thing. I like when companies are honest, right? And the business could take off if the drugs in its pipeline are successful. So that's where clinical trials come in. You have to watch trials and things like that. But the thing about trials is that you have to already be in place for those to be beneficial to you. So just keep that in mind, all right? So Zynerba Pharmaceuticals is next. Z-Y-N-E. Zynerba Pharmaceuticals. Those of us who have been in cannabis a while have heard about this company before. It's one of those companies that, you know, a lot of people who are in cannabis, we probably already have some of that or have had it and sold it. We know about Zenerba, right? It's still in the early stages. It's an even smaller company than Cara. It's about half the size, but it has great potential as well. The business focuses on developing synthetic cannabis-related drugs that are delivered through your skin. Right? Very interesting. And Zenerba will unlock enormous profits for shareholders as its drugs gain FDA approval. So that's important to know as well, right? Trust your gut with some of these things, and you have to be willing, you know, to take some losses if necessary. But for the most part, these are going to be companies that are going to grow enormously over time. Cannabis is just starting to hit the stage, right? All right, so TerraTech Corp. TerraTech. Nobody likes TerraTech anymore, but I do. Right, TerraTech is another small pot stock recommendation. It has great potential, but will likely be a bumpy ride for investors due to its size. So if you're involved in cannabis, especially if you've been in it for some years, you know that we've been on a bumpy ride. You know, you're subject to open up your portfolio and be like, oh my God. And then the next day or a few days or a few weeks even, you be like, oh yeah, like again, like we said last week, like, you know, you just never know from day to day. Sometimes news announcements come out and you're like, great. Some days you're like, what is going on today? But for the most part, you just have to be willing to hang in there. Over time, you will see the benefit of having these great stocks in your portfolio, but you have to hang in there. This is a roller coaster ride for sure, but it is so fun because you know some days it's going to be bad, but then some days it's like, OMG, this is awesome. So hang in there, keep building your positions up. All right, TerraTech is another small pot recommendation. It is great potential, will likely be a bumpy ride. TerraTech is a cannabis agriculture company that operates through two segments, hydroponic and cannabis products. Through these segments, TerraTech builds and sells growing equipment and grows products. It's an integrated business model that will grow with legalized marijuana. So basically what they're saying is that all of these stocks are early stage stocks. Some of these companies are really pretty small, but the growth potential is there, right? Remember, Amazon started in someone's garage. Apple started in someone's garage. Right? What did we read the other day? UPS started with two guys riding their bikes delivering packages, right? Had to borrow a couple of $100s from someone to get bicycles. Like these, everybody starts somewhere. So you can't come out of the gate thinking that everything is going to be perfect. You have to ride the ride with them. And those are those people who went into Amazon or Facebook or Apple at the early stage, just believing in the vision and the dream of those people who started those companies. Hey, there is no telling what that afforded them today. And that's why you have to hang in there. That's why you have to cut off the naysayers. That's why you have to get your family members involved. Everybody needs to be involved in this. This is something that everyone, all of us need to be doing. It is just something that, you know, had we learned to do earlier in life, we would probably be so much better off for it. All right, so let's just review real quick. We jotted down for our Sunday study. We have ABBV, AV, right? Scott's Miracle Grow was the second one, SMG. Third, we had GW Pharmaceuticals, GWPH. And anytime you see a list, you're going to see GW Pharmaceuticals on it. It's just one of those stocks that, you know, really has some great potential in it. And then, of course, we have Cara Therapeutics, CARA. We talked about Zenerba Pharmaceuticals, and we finished up with TerraTech, right? So again, thank you guys so much for coming in on our Sunday study. Yay! Thank you for checking in. We're going to be back next Sunday again. If I feel the need to drop in and say something during the week, I will do that for you. But otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. Happy Sunday, and hey, let's get this money.